Over the years, we've talked a lot about how to protect your home from damage from floods, earthquakes, and fires. But today we're going to cover something that does more damage than all of those combined. Over $1 billion a year, and it's not covered on your homeowner's insurance policy. I'm talking about termites, and we have a termite expert with us, Ron Dawson. And Ron, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Tell me about how much damage termites can really do. I know they can live for a long time.
Well, the queen termite can live up to 25 years.
25 years, so they can start some big colonies.
They can start some colonies. As a matter of fact, there can be up to 14 colonies per acre, each with 1 to 5 million termites.
That's a lot of termites then you're talking about in just one area, so they could really go through a house in no time.
They can go through a house in no time. Matter of fact, they can do irreversible damage in less than 3 years.
Ron, what are some of the signs we should be looking for to make sure we don't have a termite problem?
I brought some wood samples. Let's take a look.
Okay.
We found these next to the house, and these contain termites, termite damage.
You can actually see the little termites on it.
Right.
And it's wet, so I guess moisture can lead to some.
Moisture is definitely an attraction for termites. But what you want to look for, you want to look for mud shelter tubes. These mud shelter tubes are constructed from mud and from an acid substance that termites secrete.
And you can actually see the little tubes. So they were crawling through this?
They crawl through. These are termite highways that lead into the house.
Okay, so if you see this up on the side of the house going into your home, this is a problem.
That's a problem. But what you want to look for, you want to look for the mud shelter tubes about this size that lead into the house. And anywhere along your foundation wall, just check and try to find these tubes. The other thing you want to look for is damage interior. Look door frames, windowsills, eaves, and look for paper-thin damage to sheetrock.
Okay.
Most importantly, though, in the springtime, look for signs of swarming termites.
And what's swarming termites? What is that?
Well, termites mate in the springtime when they swarm. And so when you see swarming termites, usually you'll find black-bodied termites with white wings, and you'll see the wings scattered on windowsills and on the floor.
So if you see that, you do have a problem.
You have a serious problem.
Well, Ron, what can we do to help prevent this?
Really, in order to prevent termites around your house, you have to eliminate the moisture in the wood.
Okay. What do you mean by moisture?
Well, any sort of moisture, water that pools up next to the foundation could be a bad drainage problem. That needs to be corrected.
Okay, so make it drain away from the house?
Correct.
How about on the wood?
Any sort of wood that's next to the house has to be removed. We found these wood pieces next to the house. They're loaded with termites. They've got to go. Wood piles, limbs, any sort of wood debris, could be a cardboard box. Everything has to be removed away from the house to prevent the attraction for termites.
Okay, so pick up your trash.
Pick up your trash.
Okay. Did you see any problems around this house at all?
I did.
Okay, well, let's go take a look.
Let's go. Michael, here's some of the termite damage that we found along this fence.
Yeah, they have really torn it up, haven't they?
They've really eaten it up. The problem here is that the soil is in contact with the fence. So the number one thing we want to do is we want to remove the earthwood contact. We want to dig the soil down below the fence to expose the wood. The second thing we want to do is we want to apply the termite and carpenter ant treatment.
Okay, and how do you put it on?
Basically, we just spray it directly onto the wood.
And this is going to keep the termites off the fence?
This kills the termites on contact and also repels others.
Okay, and how long is it good for? How often should we apply it?
This treatment will last 1 to 2 years, but you may need to reapply it more often, only as termites appear.
Okay. Now, Spectracide Terminate also has a foam product, I've heard, to keep them out of the house. How does that work?
Right. The Terminate foam actually comes in a can, and we apply it into cracks and crevices along the foundation. It kills the termites. It expands in the void, or in the crack, but it kills the termites on contact and repels others.
Okay, and how often should that be applied?
The same, every 1 to 2 years or as termites reappear.
Well, Ron, when we're talking about ways of prevention, one I had a question on was the Spectracide Terminate bait stake. Tell me how this works.
Well, the bait stakes contain a slow-acting ingredient that the termites actually feed on. They'll carry it back to the colony, feed it to others, and they all die.
Okay, so we put this in the ground, and they're going to come in these little holes.
That's right.
Eat this as food and kill the colony.
Actually, the bait stakes are placed in the ground every 2 to 3 feet away from the house, every 10 feet around the perimeter of the structure.
Okay.
They're checked every 2 to 3 months.
And see how much has been eaten, see if you got a problem or not.
Just replace them as they get eaten up.
Okay, so just bury it down, cover it up,
just cover it up with soil, and you're good to go. Spectracide Terminate termite stakes work as a great early prevention tool, also as an early warning tool for subterranean termites. Placed in the soil around the house, they work as a great barrier, but they should never be used as a sole means of termite prevention or protection. If you have an active infestation, always consult a professional.
Yeah, it's still a great first line of defense, isn't it?
It's a great tool.
And very affordable when we're talking about the investment that we have in our home.
Absolutely.
Ron, thanks for all of the help. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
For more information on keeping your home safe from termites, visit Terminate's website at spectracideterminate.com.
For more information, visit epestsupply.com.